everyone, Charlene Bauer, Ladies Off-Road Network, and it is Topic Tuesday live at 5. Hello. We have a lot to talk about today. All kinds of stuff going on in the world of Ladies Off-Road Network. First and foremost, it's networking week. Yay! And it is going so awesome. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We have our Impact program that is on the gas. Love it. We're going to talk about the resolution and the main 4x4 components that we went ahead and released this morning. Yeah, last night. Monday. And then we're going to talk about the giveaways, our Yukon diff cover, and we're going to talk about differential fluid while we're there. So we're going to get all smelly. Good thing it's not scratch and sniff. And what everybody has been waiting for, King of the Hammers. Woo, woo. Can I get a King of the Hammers? Who's coming to King of the Hammers? I'm going to King of the Hammers. I know. So some days, as we know, everybody has to have patience with Charlene because at the end of the day, everything comes together perfectly. And yet again, it did. I don't know how this works sometimes, you guys. I really don't know how this works sometimes, but that's the deal. All right, so let's start off with networking. Networking, yay. It is the networking week. I love it. I love networking week. I get to meet so many people. We have been very successful. I made a kind of awful video on Sunday morning and sent it off. It's very private. Nobody can get to it. Don't worry. You cannot see this. And so I sent this video out to the 10 ladies who are hosting across the country and said, okay, don't worry. The Christmas tree is still up. I did it where they could see the Christmas tree. And here's the deal. Here's how you host a networking event. It went really, really well. I'm glad everybody gave me some feedback on it and it was great. So I'm excited about that. So they're having a blast right now across the country. I just talked to Michigan, and North Carolina. So I just talked to all three of those just before we went live. Right afterwards, I'm talking to New Mexico and then Oregon. Last night, I talked to Kansas. Tomorrow night, I'm talking to Florida and Ohio. And then on Thursday, I'm going to Arizona. Yay! And when I go to Arizona, any of my Arizona people that are watching, make sure you dress pretty because we are going to be shooting a video on how to host a networking event there, which I think is going to be even more strategic and awesome for everybody to really understand how to host one. And if you've never been to one, you might as well watch the video too because now you understand what to expect when coming to a networking event, because technically speaking, they should all be ran the same, right? So that's exciting. We already have February's launched. If you want to go to our website, Ladies Offroad Networking, ing.com, you can see where they will be in February. I am not marketing them this week because I do not want anybody to get confused. This week is January. We'll market February next week. But I wanted them to be readily available so that as you guys are having your networking events, you can talk about what's coming up for next month. So we have 2 in Arizona, we have Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, New Mexico, 2 in Ohio, Virginia, and Washington. Yay! So we bumped up to 13 next month. There's a couple more I think that are going to come in. This is the only time I'm like giving a little exception because we got to get into this flow, right? The flow. But February is closed unless I have somebody that I've talked to about it. March is open. So if you are a member and you still have not had one in your area, let's get it taken care of. Let's get you handled. Let's get you out there so that you can have a networking event. They are so cool during networking week. I think I'm just going to claim that now. We have networking week. Okay, also in our monthly programs, we have our Impact program. Let's not forget about our Impact program. Everybody throw a heart. Heart. Our Impact program is really cool and I'm so proud of you. I went and checked in on it today just to see what was going on, see who was in there posting, see what was happening. And not only this, but way more hearts. Everybody heart, 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 heart. A couple of you did it. You talked positively about yourself. I am so proud of you. You had an accomplishment and you wrote it out and you said, I did this. I know how hard that is. I had to do that this month also for another project. It is the hardest thing ever. So yay to you. There's also some other ladies in there that positioned somebody else in the membership group that helped them out, which I think is awesome. I think as you guys are working with your resolutions right now, like say who has helped you out, get in there, number one, make an impact, but make an impact on somebody that maybe you didn't know made an impact on you. Okay, that's an awkward statement, but you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to be a member to access this area. So again, it's ladiesoffroadnetwork.com/impact. That tells you all about it. And then in order to actually nominate somebody, put somebody into the pot, you do have to be a member because you have to have access into our wild apricot system. Next Tuesday, we're within a week now, so y'all better get going here. Next Tuesday, I think it's Monday actually, we shut it down. And then I'll take everybody's information and I will print it out and we'll put it into Grandma's pot, which if you're on Instagram, you can see the new one. There's the new one. That's the new big one. If you're on Facebook, you can't see. Watch everybody just like transfer really fast. So we have 2 pots next week, right? We have 2 grandma salad bowls. Thank goodness this all worked out. Again, back to it all works out. One will be for the impact ladies, and then one will be for our giveaway. So all that stuff shuts down next Monday. Make sure that you guys are getting that done. All right? Get logged in. Yay. Okay, on to my next favorite topic, the resolution. No more hearts. I'm just full of hearts today. Everybody, heart, 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 heart. I love the resolution. Who else is loving the resolution? Are you guys having a good time with this? Is it happening? Is it fun for you? Are you into this? I got an awesome comment tonight from one of the ladies in Michigan. She's like, yeah, you know, and there's all this easy stuff. I'm like, psh, batteries and fuses. And then she started reading it. She's like, I learned so much from reading those. And her husband's sitting there. He's like, well, of course. And she's like, how would I have learned that? How would I have ever known that? Like, you would never have told me that. Like, I don't know that. And so that just made my heart happy today. Just like one more feedback on that. So yeah, sometimes like the topics sound easy, but there's so much more to it, right? We really are digging in. And then sometimes the topics sound hard, like maybe this morning's topics. And you're like, I don't know about that. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of with you on those. So today, or I mean yesterday, which was Monday, I've slept 3 hours or so since that I released it. So that means it was the day before. We released what we're calling the main 4x4 components. Okay, what kind of really makes a vehicle a 4-wheel drive? So it's your differential, your transfer case, and then we went ahead and added the transmission fluid in there too, because all 3 of those kind of work together in a unison. So it just made it like so easy to just put it out all together. And while I was writing it, honestly, between us, it was probably the hardest thing. Like I would have thought, oh, this is gonna be easy because they're all kind of the same. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so difficult because I feel like I'm repeating myself every time. But in my brain, I had to say, Charlene, they didn't read this one and then read this one and then read this one. Like they can go in any order they want. So I felt like I was super repetitive in it. Woo! So yeah. But you guys got this. You got this. Here's what I'm going to say. I think that one of the coolest things that came out of these 3 that you're going to like is really kind of utilizing those Amazon links, really kind of using that shopping area. Have you utilized that area at all? Have you played around with that? Like the oil pump tool that I show that we actually use, I gave you the specific link to that one because we've tried other ones in the past, and this is actually one that I will really say actually works, right? So I've been kind of playing around with it. I kind of felt weird saying, hey, this is what you need to buy. If you're going to buy something, buy this. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but we've also tried other things and they failed. So here's your search. I'm going to give you the big search. Like, then you can dig in and you can start playing around with the big search. But I did give you the specific link to the oil pump that I used because it works. Like, and it's not that expensive. We're all on a budget here, right? All right. So hopefully those shopping links are helping you. I will tell you too that it's nothing hidden. They are affiliate links, so if you do order through them, it does help Ladies Offroad Network as well. So that is something just to keep in mind. I'm not trying to hide it, but it is out there. Oh, okay. Here's your feedback. So you just gave me some feedback on shopping, but I have to ask you a question. Has anybody watched the transmission fluid change one yet? Like, holy guacamole. Number one, it's pretty intense, okay, because it's a transmission and you like have oil. Well, let's just put it this way. There's two types of transmissions. There's automatic and there's manual, right? So they're completely different changes in the way that you do it. An automatic has a dipstick where you can check the fluid. A manual does not have a dipstick where you check the fluid. They're very different in their whole scene. And I can't even say that to 100th degree because some of them do have and some of them don't have. It's like, oh my gosh, right? But you get the point. As you go investigate your vehicle, do you have a dipstick or do you have the pan or whatever, right? So the transmission one is a challenge, and so is the transfer case one, especially if you have skid plates. Like, that's our first challenge. It's like, oh, okay, how do we get these skid plates off? Which I love it because I've always used jack stands, and so I was able to give you guys that pro tip, so that was really cool. Then I took the transmission pan out, and it is hysterical. Like, you guys are just watching me very quietly, very politely, just like pull that pan out. And I even use my personality. I'm trying to bring my personality into these boring videos of how to. I'm like, yeah, make it really nice and smooth, just like you're a ballerina. And then all of a sudden, all of this oil dumps. And luckily, all of this oil dumps into the pan. Yay! Oh my gosh! And so all this oil drops into the pan, like a baby splash splashes out. I think I cut it before you can see the baby splash. But what you guys aren't hearing is what we're saying. And I've learned I can't talk, right? Because I can't say anything while I'm doing stuff. Otherwise, you're seeing me do this, but the noise isn't there because I'm voicing over it. So I can't say anything. Gabe, on the other hand, is like full, like, it's hysterical what he says. And then there's sometimes where all you're seeing is my hands, and so I'm talking the whole time, and we're making all kinds of funny comments. All right? So with that being said, here's my question to you. I've already promised you an outtake video. But I was thinking about it, especially on this transmission pan one, like, we make it look so graceful. And it really was. It really, really was. But do you just want me to add these edits to the end of that video? Like, you see this whole professionally cut video, right? Professionally cut. Best it is. And then, you know, it ends. And then do you just want me, like, to put the blooper reel right after? Or should we leave the blooper reel to its own thing? Which one? You tell me. Because you have to see this stuff. I'm just not sure if you should see it attached to the fanciness or in its own little world. I'm not sure how that should go down, but it's pretty hysterical. It's pretty freaking hysterical. All right, everybody's saying, oh, it's a 50-50 mix right now. I don't know. But hopefully you guys are having fun with it. I am trying to throw some personality into it. I cut one. I don't know if you guys caught it yet or not, but now that you're on live, you're right here, so you got the inside scoop. There's one where I'm like, yeah, and you put the bolt in, and I literally cut it where it's the bolt falling. It's not me putting the bolt in, because let's be realistic, you know? You can always just like put a bolt in until it falls. It was pretty awesome, like really. All right, that's what we got. So I'm having a lot of fun with these in the mix of all of the chaos, because it's a ton of work. I have to give a shout out to Cheryl, if I haven't seen her on yet, but maybe she's here, for helping me with editing, and then of course Gabe's helping with all of the shooting process. We have a couple more Saturdays to go. You guys have no idea. This is a lot of work. So we are, but we're doing good, and I'm proud of it. So that's all that really matters. That's all that matters, right? Doesn't matter. Okay. With that being said, the big topic of tonight is King of the Hammers, but we're going to keep going here with the resolution just for a second. So we talked about the transmission and the transmission pans. We talked about how there's a difference between a manual and an automatic. It explains all of that. What was the other one? Transfer case fluid. Transfer case, it's so easy, ladies. It's so easy. It's just like changing a differential, which we're going to talk about in a second. So, but your transfer case is so important, because that's what transfers the power from your two drive shafts back and forth, from front to rear of your vehicle. So we need to make sure that that is taken care of. And happy, right? Happy. I used that on something lately too. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. But when we get back to our topic of giveaways, our January giveaway is what? What is it? What is it? That's right. It's Yukon. So it's the Yukon diff cover, $250 towards diff cover and other goodness that Yukon produces. So I thought that this would actually be a really good opportunity. We've talked about lockers, and we've talked about covers, but now I just want to talk about how to do that diff change while we're at it. I brought a zip tie in here. Huh. I wonder where my zip tie went. Oh, here it is. I was chewing on it. It was a moment. Also, as part of our giveaways, we had a Curl or Trails magazine subscription. Yes. And we have our Coyote deflators. So you guys are doing great at making sure that you're getting entered, but we only have 1 week left. So if you haven't gotten in to get entered yet, remember, as members, you need to go in and do that. It's ladiesoffroadnetwork.com/giveaways. That will get you the link, the direct link over into our Wild Apricot. If you guys have any challenges, getting logged in, can you please let me know in the next 3 days? After 3 days, I take no responsibility for the next 3 weeks of travel. It's gonna get really out of control. So please try and log in, and please let me know if you have any help, need any help. I'm also gonna message out to everybody that's in the resolution that, hey, just get logged in. Just tell me that you're in. That's all that matters, all right? So again, we have this month's giveaway is the Coyote deflators, either a Trails magazine or a Crawl magazine, and our Yukon diff cover, right? Okay, so we've talked about diff covers, we've talked about what's inside of these, but let's talk about how to change your differential fluid. So this was one that got released this morning, so we're giving you a little insight, a little fancy here, if you guys haven't watched it yet or read about it. But pretty generic terms. So we have a fill plug. This is your fill plug, and this is your drain plug. So your drain plug is at the bottom because that allows all the fluids to drain out, and your fill plug is at the top because we need it to fill without it draining out, right? So what's happening here is you have these two plugs. Here we go back to not having a good opportunity for display. Who needs to go to the gym when all you need to do is lift a diff cover like 100 times? I swear we still need to get this workout video going here. Yeah. All right. So you have a fill and a drain. You're going to hear us say this a lot. Everything that I'm also telling you right now, this also goes for the transfer case. It's a fill and a drain. All right. So to check your fluid, we want to check our fluid. You're just going to undo the fill side if you want to check it. Notice I had it already pulled out, but you always want to do it with your wrench first, and then you do want to grab onto these with your fingers and finish them at the end. The biggest thing is we don't want this dropping on the ground, because these, thank goodness they have magnets, these have magnets inside of them. Now, not all covers are created equally. So these ones have magnets in it, and what that does is that collects all of the metal that could be going on inside of your differential. So if your gears are grinding and making all kinds of noise and all kinds of yuck, there's going to be some pretty big pieces of metal, and you'll be able to see it. If you're seeing that on your fill plug, you really have a problem, all right? Because that means that oil is like splashing up and it has metal on it that this is catching. It's pretty common to have metal on your drain plug. Little bits. You don't want big bits. Little bits. This is all you want. All right. So the pro tip that I gave you, this is going to be hard because it's a black zip tie. I couldn't find any colored ones, is to utilize a zip tie. Basically, when you're filling a differential, and some are different, aftermarket ones are sometimes different, you want to have your fluid fill straight to the bottom of this fill hole. So you'll fill it to where this just dribbles out. If you have some fluid dribbling, that means that you are good to go. You have your fill plug ready and you go ahead and put it in. Which then means when you go to check your oil, we use the finger trick. If you just push your finger straight in, put it straight in, straight. Oh, look at this. This is convenient. Then that means that when it comes back out, if you have oil on it, then you're good to go. If you have to put it in and bend it down to get oil on the tip of your finger, probably not a good thing. All right, so that's the finger trick. Or you can use the zip tie trick that I'm teaching you in class. So notice how this, oh, it's black on black. I knew this was going to be hard. So see how you can set the zip tie to see where that's at the bottom, and this is right here, right? So we're going to go ahead and take our zip tie and bend it right there. What we're doing is we just created a dipstick. So we just created a dipstick. Now we're going to take our dipstick and put it into the hole to where it lays flat on the hole. See how that's flat? There we go. You can see how that's flat. And inside, you can see how it's pushing down and able to show you how much oil is in there. Now, notice how on the outside we measured it right, but we're already hitting this bottom piece. Plus there's gears in here, right? So you kind of got to work it around. Then you're going to go ahead and pull our makeshift dipstick out, and then you set it next to here, and this will tell you how much oil you have in your case. So if there's only oil up to here, then that means there's only oil up to there. Make sense? How did we do? You guys good with that? So that's how you check your differential oil. So differential oil and Also, your transfer case oil kind of dribbles out this top of your filler bolt. And to check it, you can use your finger trick. Stick your finger straight in. You got oil on your finger. You're doing good. If not, if you got to bend it down, that means we got issues. Or you have now your tricky trick dipstick move. Yeah. What are you looking for when you're changing your oil? Or when you're checking your oil? Not only are you looking for the level, but you're also looking for consistency, and you're looking for metal flakes. So we want to look at it and say, okay, is there any kind of metal flakes on this? Or does it look good? If it looks good, great. Consistency. Consistency, especially with differentials, is a big topic. So we're always worried about getting water in our oil, right? If you get coolant in your oil and it goes through the engine, it's going to kaboom the engine. If you get water in your differential fluid, it's going to what? Any guesses? Yeah, it can create rust within your gears. So that water actually attaches to the metal and causes chaos. And of course, it disintegrates the oil at the same time. The reason I bring this up is if you go through a major water crossing, a lot of people that back up boats into water, they don't even realize that they're backing their rear differential into the water every single time. There's a lot of opportunity for water to get past this gasket, or also to get in through your drain bolts. So if you are doing a trail ride that has a ton of water crossings, come home and just check your oil. Just stick your finger in there. Not while it's hot, all right? Don't do it while it's hot. But just open this top bolt, stick your finger in, and just make sure that you didn't get any water in your differentials while you were out having a great day doing all those fun water crossings. So something a lot of people don't take into consideration. Easy peasy. All right, to change your oil, so simple. Guess what we're gonna do? Let's remove the drain plug. Yeah, so all you're doing is just making sure that you have a drain pan underneath. You pull out the drain plug, it drains, sweet. You hang out for a while, let it all drain. You put your drain plug back in. Yep, just like that. And then you get your gear fluid, your gear oil, and you go ahead and you fill your gear oil back into this filler hole. I know, at least they came up with really good names for these things that make it very simplistic for us. Drain plug, fill hole. Good plan? I know. Yeah. So, why does differential fluid stink? What's the word, ladies? Let's see who's read their lesson for today. All right, so differential fluid is like a gear oil, and it's a special type of gear oil. And the reason that we use it is because we have what we call hypoid gears. Hypoid gears are gears that don't necessarily lock straight on top of each other. They actually have like a bend to them, and they come in at an angle. All right. So that's a hypoid gears. Those are commonly made as a ring and pinion is a hypoid gear. So that is why we have those. All right. Oh my gosh, my phone is going crazy right now. Hold on, let me decline that phone. People are texting me, calling me. I'm like, you guys are distracting me. I'm trying to talk about oil and differentials and things. The other thing that I wanted to mention too is there's different kinds of gear oil. All right, there's different kinds of gear oil. So there's monograde gear oil, and then there's multi-grade gear oil. Monograde gear oil is the gear oil that has just like SAE 80 next to it. That gear oil there is rated at a high temperature. So those gear oils are good for all high temperature activities. Then you have a multi-grade gear oil. So that's something that's going to be like 75 W90, something along those lines. You have the W in there. It looks just like an oil, like an engine oil number, right? But what that's saying is that W attaches to the cold. W is the winter. And then the second number is during the heat. So a multi-grade means that it can be in the cold and it can be in the heat. So it has a lot more opportunity for the colder weather elements. Then, as you guys are reading through all these as well, you've also picked up the difference between synthetic and non-synthetic oils. And synthetic oils and gear oil is actually really interesting. There is some reasons for it. And synthetic oil, let's just call synthetic oil what it is. It's like going to a juice bar. It's like going to Jamba Juice and saying, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and oh, can I have the organic bananas, please? That's synthetic oil. Okay, versus the versus just like regular oil, crude oil, which is what? Coffee out of your coffee pot? I don't know. I don't know where the comparison is, but you get the point. So synthetic oil is something that's built, and it has a lot of added value to it as well. I also want to bring up, when we're talking about gears and differentials and all of that, there's also this thing called limited slip and traction sensing differentials. We're not getting into that right now. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But what I do want to say is that there's some times where you have a differential like that particular differential needs what's called friction modifiers. And those friction modifiers are really important. And the whole differential won't actually work if it doesn't have those pieces in it. So that's part of a synthetic oil. All right. So that's just something to think about. Back to, I gave you like 8 paragraphs on oil, and at the end it says, just go to your owner's manual and use what they use, because they've done the research to make sure that your vehicle is using the right thing. So yeah, do what they tell you. Sound good? All right, good. Everybody signed up? Giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. And everybody was right. Nice job. It's sulfur is what makes that smell so disgusting. It's just like rotten eggs. It's just like rotten eggs. That's what that's all about. Woo. Okay. Don't worry. We'll ask for questions in a minute. I'm almost ready for questions. But the moment we've all been waiting for. Drum roll. Everybody ready for King of the Hammers? Who's ready for King of the Hammers? Who is ready for King of the Hammers? Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's the plan. We got a great plan. I'm really excited about this plan. We have 3 different scenes is the way that I'm going to set this up. All right, we have 3 different scenes. We have a scene where everybody is welcome. Every single person is welcome. Like every lady of the lake bed. Lady of the lake bed. That's what we're going to start calling him. Calling us. So this is where every lady is welcome. Doesn't matter if you're a member or not member, who you are, what you got going, nothing. Ladies, come on. Let's go have some fun. Then we have the VIP group. Okay, this is a VIP group. This is a member group. And this is a group where you have told me I want to participate and I want to be a part. And that will be that piece. Then the third group is our camping group. Okay, the third group is our camping group. So here's how this is going to break down. We're going to start with the everyone group, because if you're a part of these other groups, you're helping me make sure everyone knows that they can come to these other groups. So the everyone group, there's 2 educations and 1 networking party. We're just going to call it party because that's what we do. We like to party. But that's what we have going on. So Monday, we're going to have education from 10 to 1. Monday, 10 to 1. We're going to talk about tires and oil. So we are going to change tires. We're going to plug tires. We're going to change the oil in the Jeep and a couple other people's Jeeps that I just found out about. We're going to change everybody's oil. We're going to do some cool things. hands on 10 to 1. It's built as a pass-through event, so you don't have to be there the entire time. You need to show up. You need to come have some fun. You need to come learn some stuff. The two topics that we're going to be really focused on are tires and oil. I'm excited about that. That's Monday from 10 to 1. Tuesday from 10 to 1, we are going to focus on winching and gears and lockers and differentials. Okay, so on Tuesday then from 10 to 1, winches, winching, and lockers, differentials, gears, all that goodness. Again, same format, come and go as you want, whatever. I will make a note that both of those at 11 o'clock is when we're going to do our group shot. I would love as many people there as possible at 11 o'clock so we can have a really cool picture with everybody, because I think that would be really neat. Other than that, pass through, come as you can, come learn something, come do something, come hang out, come meet, come whatever you want to do. Put your hands on something. That's my goal. All right. Then on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, we're going to have a lake bed ladies fuel up. I don't know, I just made up that first part because I like the lake bed ladies thing. We're going to have our fuel up. So that's a coffee and tea and apple pie, because we love apple pie. It's networking, it's bring all the ladies. We're actually going to do this at the BFG compound, at their BFG garage. So we're going to have fire pits going. I want every lady on the lake bed there. I need your help. I think this is going to be fun. All right. So lake bed ladies fuel up from 9 to noon. Again, kind of a pass-through event. I'm really hoping people will hang out. We'll have some fun things to do. I'll have plenty of coffee, plenty of tea. If you want to bring something, bring some snacks. I'm all about everybody bringing something to share and put on the table. We'll probably have an apple pie theme, which I think will be fun. And then we'll network and we'll bring everybody together and get to have war stories of the week. Because it'll already be Thursday morning. I did wait to do this one big event till the end of the week because I think the most people are there during that time, and it's probably the least confrontational time of the entire week schedule-wise as far as if you're racing. So that's why I chose that time, so hopefully everybody can join. So this is the everyone. Everyone, Monday 10 to 1, tires and oil. Tuesday 10 to 1, winching, lockers, and gears. And then Thursday 9 to 12 is the Lake Bed Ladies Fuel Up. Come hang out, come and be awesome. Okay, then the VIP elements. So VIP is members only. This will be some cool things. Of course, you're welcome to the everyone thing, right? Of course, just like put that on your list. And you'll be kind of helping me at those ones, just like making sure, because you're a member, you can help me talk about what we have going on as well. I'd appreciate that. But the VIP is members only, and this adds in some pretty cool things. So this adds in a BFG VIP night, where you get to come to a party and dinner. Raceline is providing a VIP dinner for us in a racer pit. I am going to commit to a pit walk on Wednesday from 10 to 1. That we will go walk through the pits, and I'll introduce you to the top racers. We'll walk into some of the different pit zones that maybe you would never have ever thought to be able to, and get you in and about and around on that. This VIP members only package will also include a hat and a sweatshirt. Sweatshirts don't exist, ladies. There's 3 of them. Let me tell you where they are. So a hat and a sweatshirt, and we're going to do $79 for this VIP experience, less of course your 10% off discount for being a member. So you get 2 dinners, pit walk, a hat and a sweatshirt, and a huge amount of opportunity to hang out and be a part of some really cool stuff. So that's our VIP experience opportunity for you. Then if you are camping if you have your own camper, if you have whatever, and you want to come out and you want to camp with Ladies Off-Road Network, yes, please come and do it. You just need to reach out to me so I can tell you where we're going to be. It's going to be extremely convenient. You can walk to town. You can walk everywhere that you need to go straight from our camp. You don't have to have a vehicle. None of that kind of drama. But if you're camping, I'm kind of assuming that you're already part of the VIP experience. That would be really convenient because it wouldn't make it awkward. But then if you're camping with us, you have added benefits. You have the added benefits of, hey, I'm going to go over here. You want to go with me? Or being at the right place at the right time. And I will also tell you that Mom is cooking dinner for Friday night's race night, and you don't want to miss that. But that's for our camping group only. So those are the 3 scenes that we have going on. Everyone is welcome to our education, of course, education on Monday and Tuesday, and on Thursday I want every lady at our fuel up in the morning for coffee. And then we have the VIP events that are for our members, and that's our BFG VIP, a Raceline VIP, a pit walk with me so you can meet people, introduce you to as many kings as we can find in the pits at the time. And then you also get a hat and a sweatshirt. And then the camping is just let me know that you're coming so I have enough space for you. And if I walk out the motorhome and say, hey, I'm going to go do this, you want to come, either you jump in, you don't jump in, whatever. We have a plan to go out to this event or that event and do this and do that. You can either join or not join. Doesn't matter to me. Those are going to be your own decisions. So that is King of the Hammers. Yay! And I'm really excited about this plan. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of cool things in there. Tonight, in your email, in your Topic Tuesday email, you will have links to the website that will be up that has all of this listed, and the link to the VIP opportunity, and also for the everyone opportunities, just so we can start understanding who's planning on coming to what, because we want to make sure we have everybody accounted for in that. All right. Yeah. And then I would also say VIP members only. For that sweatshirt, the sooner you can tell me you're coming, the better. And I think I wrote down to ensure the sweatshirt size, I need people to be registered by Monday, the 27th. Because I leave on Wednesday. Like, we can't make sweatshirts out there. So I think I pretty much got myself into quite a little bit of chaos there, but we'll figure it out because we always do. And I want to make sure that you guys are warm and get you something cool to wear. Yay! So that's the plan. All right, questions. Where are we at? How are we doing on time? What time is it? My next call's... Oh, I got 45 minutes till my next call. All right, what do we got? What are we doing? What's the plan, ladies? What kind of questions do you guys have? No questions? Really? Since when do you guys not have any questions? Yeah. And Cindy, now that you've heard all this, I'll give you a call and we'll organize our schedule for sure. Lori's going to the Bahamas. Lisa, you can come out whatever day you want to camp. I just need to know that you're coming and when you're coming so we can account for that. And of course, why doesn't Wendy know that today was National Squirrel Day? Where was it me that had to tell her that today was National Squirrel Day? Like, I just thought, just a random thing. We'll just kind of tell her. And she's like, yeah, didn't know. Yes. So Lisa Potter's asking about Easter Jeep Safari, if there's plans for Easter Jeep Safari. Yes, there are plans for Easter Jeep Safari, and hopefully we will not release them the week before like we're doing right now. But there'll be a lot going on there as well. So multiple days, VIPs. There'll be pretty much the same group here. It'll be everybody and the VIP, and then there won't be a camping because everybody is so on their own scene as far as camping and here, come on. He wants pets, but he doesn't want to say hi. I don't understand. Why don't you want to say hi? Say hi, Oil. Oh, the light is so bright. Apparently the light is so bright. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it'll be the same at Easter Jeep. We'll have a VIP session, and then we'll also have the everybody session, so you can do different things. Cool. Jeep Beach VIP experience. When will I give you a hint for that? Basically what's happening right now is 100% of my time is spent on the resolution and making sure you guys are getting these classes on time. And so the other like 0.2% of my time is just like getting thrown into fires, which is networking this week as an example. So we should have some good time here in the next couple weeks to start getting back into the organization of events, to be really honest. So we should have some more information coming out on all of them. Plus, I run into a lot of my friends at King of the Hammers, and that's when I'm like, hey, so you want to do this? Hey, you want to do that? Hey, we're doing this. Hey, we're doing that. And a lot of things happen at weeks like this for me. So that's also pretty exciting. So you never know. You never know. But there is some cool stuff coming up for Jeep Beach as well. March 7th says save the date, so save the date. Is there rides? I'm sure there are. I'm sure Polaris has a booth at King of the Hammers, but I have no idea, to be honest with you, Dana, so I don't know. But if you are part of the camping group, Charlene will probably say, hey ladies, guess what I just like rounded up for us? Come on, let's go, and sneak us in the back door. But I can't, we're not doing something on the big end this year. What nights are the VIP experiences at King of the Hammers? It's Tuesday, Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday night, and then Wednesday morning. That's the time frames. Hopefully that helps. Cool. What else? What else you got? Nothing? Crickets? So a lot of people don't realize that I have been around King of the Hammers since the get-go. 2009. It was actually a third in line. It was Jeff, Dave, and Charlene. So the very first ever trade show that they had out there, the very first ever vendor show that they had out there, I actually put together. Like, I even dug a trench around the tent. So yeah, I was the one that got all the vendors together and organized it and put that whole vendor show together. So that was that. And then they also have UTV races because I came out of side-by-side action, out of the UTV world, and they hated UTVs with a passion. And I says, you can hate them all you want, but I'm bringing one because I don't like to walk around. I'm lazy and I need an off-road vehicle. And so they're like, whatever, Charlene. So I brought 3 Kawasaki's out. I had a great partnership with Kawasaki, so we brought 3 Kawasaki's out, and guess who never got to drive one because the guys took off on them as much as they hated them. And now it is the largest field of racers is the UTV race, and that will be on Sunday, if I remember correctly. I have all kinds of schedules around here right now. Got a lot going on. a lot going on. Yeah, Sunday, I was correct. 8 a.m. is the UTV start. So very excited about that as well. Very excited about that. Oh, that's a good idea, Jody. Text me that later so I can put it in another set of notes. Sandy said, I just watched King of the Hammers and you're going to go next year. All right. Cool. Awesome, Sandy. Yeah, Tamika's coming out from Ohio. Yes. Side-by-sides are awesome. They're so much fun. They are so much fun. Yeah, so I have a long history there. Jason Shearer, 3-time King of the Hammer winner, is a family friend. My dad goes to his shop once a week and works on things, either his car or he teases, sorts nuts and bolts, does whatever. Right now they're getting everything ready in the trailer to get him gone. Shannon Campbell, King of the Hammer winner, is just down the street. And Bailey Campbell used to work for Bauer Media. She worked for me when she was in high school for 2 years. About 2 years, I think. Yeah, so there's a lot of interconnection here. There's a lot going on. So I'm very well connected with King of the Hammers and most all of the people that are out there. Many of them have taken my racer marketing class. So that will be actually coming up onto Bauer Academy. I'm really excited about that. The last couple of years, actually probably yeah, for sure a couple of years, I haven't done the racer marketing classes often because I've been really focused on Ladies Off-Road Network and haven't been in the racing environment as much. And I still get racers all the time. Charlene, give your class. I want to learn. So we're going to put that into Bauer Academy. That's one of my top priorities for this year as well. Cool. What other questions do you have? Anything? Nothing? Something? All right. Then, with that, since we don't have any more questions, you guys are pretty good, I am going to get back to emails and making web pages for King of the Hammers and all that greatness, and I will get you guys your Tuesday email out. I have 2 more networking events tonight. So we have, New Mexico and Oregon. New Mexico and Oregon to chat with in a little bit. So exciting. And yes, I'm very proud of you guys. So everybody say your good nights, say your thank yous, keep up the great work on your resolution. I love seeing what you guys are doing. And don't forget to post on social media too. You guys have been seeing me picking them up and putting them into our stories. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I figured out how to do it too. If you can find out how to tag me on Facebook so I can see it. As you can tell, I figured out how to share it. So we're ready to rock and roll. I saw a question, will I be at TDS? I will be at TDS. So I'm excited about that. We will see you at Hammers. Make sure that you guys join us. I want to see everyone. I want to see everyone at Hammers. Yes, that's going to be the fun part. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the videos. I'm trying really, really hard at those videos because those videos can be so boring if I allow them to be, and I'm really trying not to. We may have hit the threshold on some of the videoing that we did this weekend, but it is pretty funny. So I'll also go back and find out what you guys said about if we should do the blooper roll at the end or if we should just make it its own. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one. I want to keep the video clean, but at the same time I'm it would be kind of funny just to have this right here. So, all right, ladies, have a great night. I appreciate you. We will see you next Tuesday for the giveaway, for the impact winners, and for pre-King of the Hammers, I'm out of here moments. Yes. Ashley, where should I fly into for King of the Hammers? You need to call me. because that's a loaded question, because there's nowhere close-ish. It's all within an hour or two, so we just need to coordinate if you're going to do that. And why were we doing push-ups? That's a great story. Because Jeremy thought we should. And so I said, I think that's a great idea. And I called him out on his bluff. And so the three of us did push-ups, and I had the other guy that was there do the video of us because it was pretty epic. Oh, yes. Yep. And then that was a screenshot of the video of us doing it. Too funny. All right. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Have a good night. Keep up the great work. Yay!